quick unboxing video of the Dashcam. So it's a 2-camera system. That out of there. Now hopefully we can got it. Move that out of there. So in the box we have a polarizing filter, power cable, which is no, this isn't power cable. This is the cable that runs from the back camera to the front camera, mini USB to mini USB. This is the power cable, which is standard USB-A, I think, to mini USB. So that powers the camera. That's a shorter version of the same thing. Little cigar lighter adapter for the car. Micro SD card came in that. Some sticky patches to stick it to stuff. A spare battery. This button, so the camera, the main camera has a button here. So when something interesting happens and you need to save the video, you press this button. But this is an external version of it, so it's nice and big and you can stick it somewhere obvious. So rather than faff around trying to get behind the rear view mirror to find the button when you want to save it, you can just prod that on the dashboard and all will be good. So this is the main camera. That's the back of it. It sticks kind of on the screen there, and that's the camera lens. It's got SD card in it and stuff like that. And finally, the rear camera, which sticks on the back, and the cable goes in there. So we really need to go and have a go at fitting it. One on the front, and if I pull this camera back, one on the back screen. Could do with a bit of a clean, this car as well, but we'll start off by fitting the front dash cam. See how we go on. Got the bits in the car, so the camera stuff we looked at previously. Also got this thing, which goes into the ODB port for power, and it has a mini USB on the end, so I'm going to try and use that to power the camera, and then we're going to need to take the long cable there and run it over the top on the headlining over to the back window there for the rear camera. Under the dash, if we look down, it's nice and easily accessible. That is our ODB port, so that's where one end of the power goes. Then we need to run the cable probably up the side here, over the top and down to the camera on the front screen. There is a channel right here, runs up, and then we can probably hook in underneath this piece of rubber all the way up and across. So the dash cam's going to go about here behind the mirror, and the cable we need to run up here. So if we start by leaving that alone, so if we straighten the cable out, now we're going to need to leave a bit of slack, so that should be plenty. And my theory is that this will just tuck up behind the headlining. Exactly what we need. And then if I've got any more slack at the end of it, I can always just push that up under the headlining out the way. Now I need to just carry on and run it down the door pillar. So from the other angle, as it were, it's in under here. I need to somehow get it in under here. Actually, I think I can just, can't quite get at that. But if I can get that in there, and then run it down this rubber seal here. I think that, there we go, is probably subtle enough that no one's even going to notice the damn thing's there. There we go. And down through there. So this cable run is looking to be hugely easier than I initially thought it would be. I've got this little piece here, but I don't think anyone's going to see that. This next piece, the rear camera, is going to go the other way, over the passenger side, across the headlining. So we'll start here, where we know sort of how much slack we need to leave. We got to this spot. Need to go on here. Coming around here. Okay. Now, that way. Before we go any further, we're going to plug these cables in to my dash cam to make sure that we're actually working. So this is power. So let's, if we can see that, all the way around. So we plug that into the side. There we go. What do we get? We immediately get a red light, so we have power. This is a good thing. Okay, so assuming that that's going to work, I now need to get this thing stuck where it's going to live, which is going to be about there-ish. There it is, firing up. It's going to get stuck about there. And we even, I don't know if you can see, we actually have video on the screen now. So it's looking good. We hook up the rear camera as well. We should be in business. Know what it's doing, it's thinking about it. So, eek. Yeah, cable routing, eh? What fun this is. Yeah, just get that up there. So this thing is going to sit about there-ish, I think, nicely behind the mirror from a driver's perspective. front and rear cameras working. Excellent. Wires just come up, tuck into the headline in there, and from a driver's perspective it's kind of hidden behind the mirror. With the dash cam installed, I took it out for a drive. Then I took the memory card out, and this is it on the computer. So you can see that it records 2 files every 3 minutes, one for the front camera, one for the back camera. So I'll give you an example of what they look like. Cool. We like that.